Today we discuss what's either the greatest mystery Natlan has to offer, or the most underwhelming mystery Natlan has to offer. But before we, get into that, I did want to ask, do you guys want to see Star Rail videos this time around? I'm not going to spoil anything just because it's still way too soon, but, I mean, playing through it, right up until, like, the last 5 minutes of the quest, nothing, like, really crazy happened. Like, I pretty much covered most of what was said in the 2.4 videos, a lot of which was correct. Good on me, A broken clock is right twice a day. Now, with that said, what was revealed in the ending of the quest was nuts, insane, maybe even more so than we realized. So I could talk about that, but the problem is that's literally all there is. I usually do the recap and then make a vid on the reveal, and then, there's like 6 or 8 to 10 videos at a time, but this time it'd just be, the recap and the reveal, and, 2? That's all we got? 2? Regardless, I know some of you guys appreciate the Star Rail videos, so I thought I'd ask. I could throw up a poll and, listen to the majority, but then Henry Ibsen and Mark Twain would superplex me from beyond the grave. Shout out to the maybe 2 of you who understood that reference. Anyway, as we all know, Mavuika, the Pyro Archon's plan is in full swing. She's relying on 6 heroes from the tribes to fight alongside her against the Abyss. Now, originally, the wayobs were simply meant to pass this information on to the Chosen Ones, but thanks to the ruination of the Knight's Kingdom, the wayobs' connection to the Sacred Flame has been severed. So, the only way for the Chosen Heroes to regain the memories of the plan is to deepen their connection with their ancient's name. Then the fucking spirit of whoever their counterpart was 500 years ago will give them the knowledge. Now, with that said, we know of all the heroes from 500 years ago who fought alongside Mavuika. Is that another siren? Hear that, folks? That's justice being dispensed. The heroes from 500 years ago were Wanjiru, Menelik, Sanj Campari, Burkina, Sundajata, and finally, Tupac. We obviously met Tupac this patch. Of the 6 required modern-day heroes, 4 have awakened.
Currently, Xilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Yansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your wayob mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Well, we have less than a year!
Hear that, folks? 2 left. Less than a year remaining. Of the heroes who have rekindled that ancient flame, the connection seems to be Mualani and Tupac, Kinich and Burkina, Yansan and Wanjiru, Xilonen and Sundajata. But now, here's where the mystery of the missing heroes gets a bit weird. The 2 remaining tribes with no heroes are the Masters of the Nightwind and the Clan of the Flower Fuckers. Their respective heroes who fought with Mavuika 500 years ago are Sanj Campari for the Masters of the Nightwind and Menelik for the Flower Feather Clan. It just so happens we know of some individuals of high import who belong to these clans. Most notably, the Masters of the Nightwind have 2 great people, the first being Citlali and the second being Ororon. Now keep in mind, odds are they're both going to be playable and they could both have ancient names, but with that said, only one's the chosen hero. It's either or, my friends. I mean, hell, look at Kachina. She got passed up on like when you're in a stoner circle and handed a blunt from a riggedy-raggedy looking bitch. We all know what I'm talking about. The ones who look like the Witch of the Wicked West, the cysts out they mouth, all nasty looking bitches they are. Soon as these cretins pass you the blunt, nigga, the spirit of Jim McMahon possesses you and I pass that shit off to the next person. Like they're fucking Walter Payton. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, Kachina is now that defiled blunt, because she's not the chosen hero for the Children of the Echoes. Xilonen is. So, between Citlali and Ororon, who's the chosen hero for the Masters of the Nightwind? Well, Mavuika knows, but she's not interested in telling us. And now, Citlali is an interesting character. She's been brought up a fair few times in the Archon quest, and while we don't know much about her, we know a bit. Citlali is a priestess who can somehow divine the future. Whether she does this through astrology or not is unknown, but something worth bringing up is Sanj Campari could also see the future. Quote, Campari had foreseen his and Tinoch's heroic end, and how the place that would become known as the Mare Javari in later days would be born. Now, what's even odder about Citlali is Mualani's voice line makes it sound as if Citlali is a boomer.
Granny Citlali is without a doubt the most experienced priestess I've ever seen. She's more than just an elder. She's like the coolest elder ever. Her predictions are always super accurate. A long time ago, she said the lucky colors for my business were pink and blue. Sure enough, pink and blue floaters are now my top sellers.
Granny, huh? Aside from her divination, Citlali is also a genius, as she created the Spirit Speaker Stone that allows for communication with the wayobs. It's a device that connects the real world to the Night Kingdom. Furthermore, whether it's through her powers of divination or otherwise, Mavuika specifically instructed Kinich to seek out Citlali when it dawns on everyone the Masters of the Nightwind harbor a traitor, because Mavuika said Citlali would know who they were. So either scenario typically, leads to the same conclusion, that Mavuika doesn't believe Citlali is the traitor, which speaks to her character. In any case, despite her renown and status of being an elder within the tribe of the Masters of the Nightwind, I hesitate to state Citlali could be the chosen hero of said tribe, because if Citlali is someone who can, do all this shit, read the future, create genius-level inventions, nigga, what more would you need to do to connect with her ancient name? Keep in mind, all Mualani did was just jump a lector with Kachina. I mean, apples and oranges, I guess, but fuck me. It's not like she moved heaven and earth. They jumped a nigga, that's it. Anyway, it's due to her already established reputation and feats. I really do wonder if she's the chosen one, given if she was, surely she would have already awakened her ancient name. So that leaves Ororon. Now, to be fair, it's not officially known if he's from the Masters of the Nightwind, but his clothing would suggest as much. And the fact that the captain is working with someone from the Masters of the Nightwind, combined with the fact that Ororon has some connection to the captain, it seems incredibly likely Ororon comes from the Masters of the Nightwind. Now, with that said, there's nothing about this guy. He was he was never mentioned in the storyline, side quests, voice lines, nothing. He's a ghost. Hell, even his lines talking with the captain reveal nothing about him, but I've got a good feeling about this feller. Only because I've got a bad feeling regarding Citlali. I'm never wrong, folks. Never wrong. This is all we know about potential heroes from the Masters of the Nightwind clan. As for the other clan, the Flower Feather fucking clan, they're missing a hero. It seems like the obvious answer could be Chasca, but I don't know, man. Chasca, she just seems so weathered. She's made it to, like, what, 6 Night Warden wars in a row. She's a peacemaker. She already went through her trials and tribulations through life as a kid, having fought against the fucking abyss somehow. If she hasn't already awakened her ancient's name, again I ask, what does she need to do to awaken her ancient's name? But if it's not her, who does that leave? No one. We know fuck all about this clan. Could be an NPC, I suppose, but, Or, you know what? It could be Aoife, because Kachina and Mualani have voice lines about this Aoife from the Flower Feather clan, who's a Saurian vet, so...
Aoife is the best. No matter what we invite him to do, he's always happy to join. And he's super quick and efficient at everything, too. If he wasn't already working as a vet, I think he'd make a pretty great water sports coach. Is he from a different tribe? Well, yeah, but that won't be a problem at all.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could put our faith in the veterinarians. They're good people. Herein lies the problem. Are the missing heroes for these tribes the obvious choice, the correct one? Or is the purple paradox of waltzing marmalades whispering softly to the quantum giraffe?